Hey there, you slightly damp pair of pants from a dryer that doesn't quite work correctly. Today we're gonna talk about how I'm very self-conscious of thinking that I'm copying other YouTube people with the sunglasses thing, but really I'm just doing it because I can't see without my normal glasses, and I have a bunch of sunglasses I like wearing. That's not true. That's not true. We're gonna talk about the spookiest anime I've ever seen. Um, So I guess the things that scare me aren't really like monsters, right? They're not really like a spooky, oh, ooh, I'm gonna get ya, but more existential threats. Like the closer a thing comes into reality, the more it gets to me. And the scariest one I've seen is definitely Now and Then Here and There. Uh, so Now and Then Here and There is a Simian drama that used to air on the Sci-Fi Channel, but I didn't find it until like 2010 or 2011 or something. Um, where it's about this dude. I think his name was Shu or something like that. I don't remember. And he's a standard stock shonen protagonist. Like I want you to imagine he's basically Naruto without powers. He talks about never giving up and always fighting the bad guys. You gotta fight the good fight. Akira Minai, I got my friends behind me. Nobody can beat me. And he chases this girl, this quiet, mysterious. What's the TV trope term they use? Like mysterious waif, I think. This blue-haired girl who has nothing to say. And he follows her, and they end up getting teleported to another world. And this isn't a fun fantasy situation. This isn't an isekai sword art where they're gonna go on fun adventures. No, see, the alternate world they end up going to is a blasted hellscape. If you've ever played any of the Shin Megami Tensei games, like you'll know what I mean when I say like a blasted hellscape that has no water and a big military force is ran by this horrible despot who like brutally murders a cat and wants to hook up with this very young girl because he's a bad man. And the reason why this one got to me a little bit is that this whole series is about the struggle of these young child soldiers. Like all of these orphan children are refugees from towns and cities and shit that have been wrecked by this military force. So you see, like again, the very semi-realistic life of an actual child soldier, and they are interacting with literally Naruto Uzumaki. Now that already does have some entertainment value, but it's probably the most fucked up anime I've ever seen. Like we definitely talk about your favorite edge lord hits, like sexual assault or being pregnant in a situation where it's really bad to be pregnant in. And I think the reason why this one got to me is that I personally am a history buff. I'm a little bit of a history buff. I ended up going to school for history. Now I did end up dropping out, but I went. There was a high level of dedication. There was a high level of wanting to know more about history and shit. Right? Right. Exactly. I don't know why I've been saying right and then saying right again, as if you agreed with me. Um, and the experience, that all the kids, the whole gang, uh, goes through does ring very similar to people in actual war torn countries, and these struggles are one that very closely mirror things that happen in reality. Honestly, the the top like I would best compare this one to Grave of the Fireflies, but maybe ever so slightly less depressing because it's not based on a story from the guy that it happened to. And oddly enough, it is a show with a happy ending, which is not that's not what you see from this kind of affair. So there you go. I whenever people ask me what's my favorite anime, like more often than not, that is the one that I mention. And when I ask like, do you recommend it? My answer is no, because it's honestly very gut wrenching. And even though I'm on record as fucking despising kids, like I hate kids. If you're under 9, stop watching. I hate you. Ha, not really. You're okay, but yeah. So that anime was one that was pretty good. That I'm also not going to I'm not gonna watch again. Oh, also, it is a great contender for one of my personal favorite genres of anime. Not just horror, but the very particular subgenre of children getting hurt. Now, we're probably going to talk about the subgenre of children getting hurt, uh, but if you know me, and you might, and uh, and you know horror, anime and manga and shit, you are well familiar with the subgenre of children getting hurt. Okay, um, okay. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the spookiest manga I've read. So, um, get ready for that. Sorry, the things that scare me are probably much different from what scares other people. But I don't know how to end videos.